Hi guys, welcome back to Ingot's channel. Today I'm just going to do this night out kind of get ready with me glam look. I've gone for a structured spotlight eye because I just love how these look. They look just different. Like when I'm going out, usually I have like smoky brown eyes like through the day or whatever, so just have that little bit of structure and then that kind of like pop of pigment and then the darker kind of liner. Like I just literally love it. I live for structured spotlight eyes at the minute. I'm going to be using some of our new product. We've got a couple of new arrivals. We've got some creamy pressed pigments. We've got 10 new shades, so I will show you those. And we've also got 5 new lip liners, Colour Play lip liners and lip satins. So I'm going to use one of the Colour Play lip liners and the lip satin as well. So if you do want to see how I created this look, then please stay tuned. I hope that you enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and then comment and like and subscribe to me as well on my YouTube. Obviously follow us on all our socials, they'll be linked down below, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so I'm first of all going to just carve out my brow. I've actually got like nothing on my brows at all. So what I'm gonna do is take a little bit of concealer. I'm just gonna use 96 Under Eye. And what I'm gonna do is carve out my brow, and then because I've got my eyebrows microbladed, I'm actually just gonna add a little bit of eyeshadow to the more sparse areas. So I'm just gonna take my 9S brush and just carve out my brow. And for this look, I'm gonna use the gorgeous new creamy pressed pigments. So they're highly pigmented. There's minimal fallout with them. You don't need to use anything to apply them with, but personally I just always stick like my pigments, my glitters, like anything, I always stick them down with like eyeshadow keeper. But I will show you, I'm going to use a little bit on my cheek as well, so it'll show you that you don't obviously need to have anything kind of like sticky or anything in order for them to work. They are like fab and really pigmented, but I do just like to use a little bit of eyeshadow keeper. But they retail at £5 or €6, and they're available to buy online and in store. And you can also get them in selected pharmacies in Ireland as well. But yes, I've just done my base. Yeah, I always do set my eye because the only time, I don't know what it is, it's just the only time I don't is when I'm using colour and I'm packing the colour on. But I find like with browns, it just, for me, it makes it easier to blend the browns when I've got like a nice seamless, like non-sticky finish. But everybody is different like that. That is definitely personal preference. I'm gonna take my angled brush and I'm gonna take 329 shadow, which is like a cool tone, darker brown. And I just have a couple of sparse bits along the top. I'm just gonna extend the tail of my brow a little bit. And then just a tiny little bit towards the front as well. Okie dokie, so first colour I'm going to use is 300, which is a really nice mustardy tone medium brown. Packing this into the crease and then bringing it right around from inner to outer corner, and because obviously I'm gonna do a little spotlight and I want to have a nice bit of depth in the crease to make the spotlight a little bit more intense. And then I'm just gonna make sure that I buff that out, it's nice and seamless. And then I'm gonna take some 60 bronzer and just go along the edge. It's slightly lighter than 300. I'm just gonna go along the edge and make sure that that is buffed out nicely. I find the bronzers are gorgeous. They're like really creamy, like buttery, and they really like give a really nice finish. So I quite often use a little bit of like 60 bronzer, 64 bronzer, even 30 bronzer is lovely as well. It's more of like a yellowy tone. So now I'm gonna go in with 305 and just deepen up the crease and the inner and outer corner. And up here. and then the inner corner as well. So when you do a spotlight eye, it's good to have like your darker colors brought in to the inner corner and then the outer corner, because you want to be able to see the definition and those like layers of color as well. Okay, so now that I've popped my shadows on, okay, so now that I've done my shadows, I'm just gonna take my 9S brush again and some concealer. I'm just gonna create the spotlight. Then you want to bring it down to the lash line. Just wipe off the excess on the brush and then just start blending the shadow in with the brush so that there's no harsh lines. And you want to keep the top nice and crisp. Now I'm going to go in with some eyeshadow keeper. This is just going to stick down my pigment. And then that is just going all over. Okay, so I'm first of all going to use Enjoy Life. And this is just going to be packed on directly where I've kind of cut the spotlight. This is because I want to have like my lightest colour against my darkest colour so that it looks really dramatic. I'm going to go in with It's Friday. And this is just like a more bronzy tone. That's just gonna go closer to the lash line. And I am gonna take a little bit of Gold Digger, pop it in the middle just add a bit of warmth. And obviously there's quite harsh lines there, so then I'm gonna take 300 and blend that in. Just blending my darkest colour into my pigments so that there's no harsh lines. It's more of a gradual. There is a harsh line obviously where I've cut the spotlight. It's not like a cut crease, but it's like a structured spotlight, you know what I mean? So there is going to be a little bit of a structure there. And I'm just going to take a 16 PPS and 63 shadow, which is black. And I'm just going to put this like right to the corner and just along the lash line, because I am going to pop a little bit of liner on. So I just want that to all blend seamlessly. Inner corner as well. And then taking 77 gel liner and a 23T brush. I'm just going to do a very, 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 very slight line along my lash line. My waterline as well. And then I like to go underneath my waterline, like just under my lashes, and just blend that all together. And this is like a going out eye, so obviously you want it to look quite dramatic. So I'm gonna go back in with my black shadow and just make sure that that is blended. And then for underneath, just a bit of 305 shadow, just to blend out my black. 300 shadow. So I am gonna go ahead and pop a little bit of Enjoy Life, which is like my champagne tone shadow, onto my cheek. Look on my nose, Cupid's bow. So for my lips, I'm just gonna pop a little bit of 63 lip liner. I literally love this so much. So I like my lip to look darker on the outside and then slightly more ombre towards the center. So what I'm going to do is take another lip liner from the Promise collection, which is one of our newest collections. So these are the Colour Play lip liners, and they're amazing. They last a really long time, and they're really creamy. So what I'm actually going to do is colour my whole lip in then with this one. This is slightly lighter than my 63, but it's just going to help to keep your lipstick on, because you've got like basically like a second layer underneath it. So your lip liner is important because it's like a little fence that holds everything in. I've said this before, it's just kind of a good way to describe like kind of the importance of having a lip liner. Even if it's not darker than your lip colour, it's good to just have one. So you've got that like preciseness, it holds your colour in, it stops your lipstick from bleeding out, and it also acts as like a little second layer so that your lipstick lasts twice as long. So that's from the Promise collection. We've got 5 new lip liners, they're the Colour Play ones, and we've got 5 new lipsticks. I'm actually going to use one of them now. So this is 342. This is a gorgeous nude. It's like a brownie pinky. Goes really well at 63, and I didn't even tell you what the liner was that I used. It was 333. So 63 lip liner, and then going in with 333 all over, and then going in with my lipstick 342. Then I'm going to pop a 4th product on, which is some 51 lip paint. And I swear by this. I use this on most of my clients. I use this on myself basically every day. And I just love it so much. So it's gorgeous nude colour. And it's a gloss, but it's not too sticky. It's like really comfortable, and literally that is the finished look. So yeah, as I said, our new pressed pigments are available in store and online. Also some pharmacies nationwide in Ireland as well, and they retail at £5 or €6, and they're amazing. They're so pigmented, they're obviously universal. You can use them on the face, on the body. I've a video where I'm using like on my collarbone, like my chest and my shoulders, and they look gorgeous. They can be used with some sort of a, you know, eyeshadow keeper or something to stick it down, or they can be used without. Like they're equally as pigment, and they don't have much fallout at all. They're amazing. So also the lip colours, literally most perfect shades of nudes. They take you from like quite nudie nudes, like cool tone browns, to your pinky nudes, to your brownie pinky nudes, to like your darker brownie nudes. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do any recreations or anything, then be sure to tag me in it and let me know what you think of this look. Please like, subscribe and comment, and please go and subscribe to my YouTube as well. It's Holly Smith Curran or holliepolliex. Should come up for either one of those. I'll leave it linked below. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one.